Hello, I'm here again this evening. So, if you're joining us live, can I just see you? Can you indicate? Good evening, everyone. It's another beautiful evening there. K Flash, Olakbeju, thank you for joining us. Bosun Shalom, so good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're going to have another wonderful time here. Okay, so thank you, Bosun Shalom. Ezekiel Adebayo, thank you for joining us tonight. Bosun Shalom, you're welcome. Please, as you're joining, you can indicate where you're joining us from so that we can have an idea where you're joining us from. Moses Sinho, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please indicate where you're joining us from so we can just recognize it. Temitayo Ajayi, good evening. How are you? Good evening, Temitayo Ajayi. Good to see you. Pastor Fola Alagba Fola, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. From Ota, Ogun State, Ezekiel, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Bunmi is here. Bunmi is here. Thank you for joining us. I'll be taking you on in a few minutes. Okay? So, just 2 more minutes and then we'll start. We just want a few more people to join us. A few more people to join us tonight. Olakbeju from Ibadan. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's going to be an amazing session tonight. I'm sure a lot of the people who were here yesterday had a fantastic time. And I'm very expectant tonight. Pastor Fola, good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to have an amazing time this evening. And I'm very eager to kick it off. So we'll just wait for a few more people and then in 2 minutes, we'll start. Okay, Temitayo Ajayi, you're joining from Abuja. How is Abuja doing? And I hope you guys are keeping safe there. Please keep safe. Keep safe wherever you are. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. K Flash. He said from Apatere. From Apatere. AYCD44. Thank you so much. Pat Tayo, Pat_Tayo, thank you for joining us. Mrs. Apampa, you are here this evening. Thank you for that amazing session last night. Thank you so much. Thank you. Personally, I've seen the video 3 times. Personally, I had to watch it 3 times. Thank you so much. So good to see you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, in a minute, we'll just kick off. In just a minute. Sister Nika Adeyemo, thank you for joining us. So good to see you here. Thank you. And thank you for your words of encouragement. Really appreciate it. Okay. So, in just 1 minute, we'll kick off. Tonight, we'll be discussing employability. What's next after COVID-19? Employability, what's next after COVID-19? That will be our fulcrum. That will be the theme for the discussion today. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I really appreciate it. Okay. So I'll be taking on Bunmi Teru now. Bunmi, can you come on now? So I can just take you now and then we can start. Thank you so much. Thank you for appreciating me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm just trying to get an invite from Bunmi Teru, and then we're going to start right away. So thank you so much for everybody who is here this evening. we're going to have a fantastic session also. Okay, Bunmi, you can send an invite. I'm just trying to. Okay, King_Promise, thank you for joining. Kingsley Madojemu, thank you so much for also being part of this tonight. Okay, we're just waiting to bring on my guest this evening that I'm going to have a chat with. That's Bunmi Teru. And we'll get on with this in a few minutes. Thank you so much for wherever you're joining us from. We appreciate you. Thank you. JJ_oil, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you so much. Ayodeji Dokbemu, good to see you, bro. It's been quite a while. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this session tonight. Oh, Reverend Raphael Idialu, today's your birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you so much. Many happy returns. We celebrate you. The Lord bless you. Okay, Bunmi, we're bringing you up right now. Okay. Chidi Ebube, Aneke, good evening, and it's so good to see you. So we're just waiting for Bunmi to be connected, and then we'll take this on. It's going to be a wonderful session this evening. I'm Zat Abiodun. Good evening, and it's good to see you here. It's so good to see you here. So we're just waiting for Bunmi to be connected, and we'll get right on with this. We'll get right on with this. Thank you, Chidi Ebube Haneke. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you. We're still trying to connect with Bunmi. Okay, Bunmi, can you send another connection? Another joining request, I guess maybe. Okay. Let's do this. Oluwani Rokpo, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Daria Kilolu, my brother, thank you. All the way from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much. Bonix Events, good to see you here. Oh, Bunmi.
Hi,
good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So good to have you here. So good to see you.
Yes.
I trust you're keeping safe, and I trust you're doing okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Can you hear me too?
Okay, great. I'm sure our guests tonight are so eager to hear from you. So what I'll just do now is do some form of introduction, and we'll get right on with this. Okay, am I very audible?
Yes, that's very good.
Okay. Bunmi Teru has worked in a lot of places. I'll just mention a few. Gateway Communications as Field Operations Engineer, Vodacom Business Nigeria as a Project Engineer and Network Design Engineer, Etisalat Nigeria as Project Manager, Huawei Technologies as Program Management Consultant, and right now, she's the Principal Consultant of Alfred and Victoria Associates. She has three major areas of specialties, and that is consulting, resourcing, and human capital development. She has handled so many projects from construction to travel and tours, IT and telecoms, medicals, power sectors. And right now, what she does is she facilitates training for individual and corporate bodies concerning project management, risk, quality, Six Sigma, Agile, and Scrum management. And she recently became a member of the Nigeria Institute of Training and Development and Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. That is just to say a little bit about Bunmi Teru. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bunmi Teru tonight. Please, put your hands together for her tonight. We are happy to have you here, and we'll be discussing what is next after COVID-19 in terms of employability. Now, a lot of people are so scared, especially a lot of employees who, after getting back to work, after the gradualism, there are people who don't even have their jobs back. There are people who are afraid that maybe in the next few months they are going to lose their jobs. What does the future look like after COVID-19?
Okay, I think I should start by giving a background information on how the COVID-19 has affected many organizations. So I think most people do not have that orientation now. So they're still living, some are living in denial. Some already know their faith anyway, while some are just there, not knowing what the future entails. Guess what? In the last 2 months, many organizations have not been able to run business operations the way they used to. They had a forecast of, their strategy rolled out this year, but COVID-19 happened to all of us. So guess what? No revenue, no business. Nothing has come in. In fact, some of the little money left, some organizations have used it to process work in anticipation that they get paid. So there's cash trap in many places. There are lots of invoices not being treated. I'm also, experiencing it. So what does that have to say? The company does not have so much cash flow to pay anybody. So guess what? Aside from the fact that some companies do not even have technology to leverage on with COVID to even do a little. So guess what? Some organizations have even packed up. They have folded up. They haven't even told their employees. Even with the East lockdown, we were thinking, some people will go back to work. I've called, like, some of the candidates I've recruited, you have still not gone back to work. I am worried for you. You know why? It's like in the next 2-3 weeks, your organization will tell that story.
Wow.
But what would happen to you as an employee? If your organization calls you today to say, we're sorry, COVID happened, and the company cannot cope, we're folding up, what would happen to you? What would happen to finance at the home front? What would happen to your career? You understand? So I had a live video I did like 2 weeks ago, April 23rd, where I opened up on many areas. One of the good things here is that we also have some new companies that have emerged. And people have not started aligning with those new companies. New sectors of the economy have emerged due to COVID-19.
Those new sectors that have emerged, those new jobs that are opening up, because a lot of people are talking about the negatives and we're not focusing on the positive.
No.
Chaos and opportunity go hand in hand. So which new sectors have emerged?
Thank you. Yes. Okay, so for me, I love to also preach hope. I'll tell you the reality, but I'm here to also preach hope for people. It's not all that bad. I'm still recruiting now, though there are new set of jobs that I'm recruiting for. New skills are required for the future. You know what happened to all of us? We've been talking about this future. Bayo, you and I know, I've been running a 4-year program called Workers' Day Delight, where I always talk about the disruption coming on. We were even focusing on technology being the disruptor, not knowing that, COVID-19. Exactly. So whichever way, some people were already aligning that a disruption would come. You understand? So some of us were already living in the future. We know the disruption. We thought it was technology, but now we all know. When we were preaching technology, lots of people were thinking, it's not all jobs that technology can. I read on Lagos State Twitter handle that even they had a court session on Zoom last week. So what are we really saying?
And they gave a judgment on Zoom.
Exactly. So like I said, I'm going to talk about the reality first. Businesses have gone down. Some jobs died with COVID. You understand? Some jobs died with COVID. You know, I also saw an article from NAS, one guy who usually does a 1-minute video all around the world.
Yes, NAS.
He said, yes, whatever the case may be, the East lockdown or the total lockdown would be on for projected timeline of 2 years. You know, that resonated in my head. If you say 2 years, you know, we're still hoping that, you know, next month, you know, Buhari will just announce to us that, oh, the virus is off Nigeria and we all run back to our normal lives. Unfortunately, this is the new normal. And the earlier we start to adjust to the new normal, the better for all of us. You know, like I said in my 1-minute video yesterday, the bills at the home front is not helping anybody, even if it is COVID or technology. It keeps multiplying itself every day. You understand? So having said that, some people have lost their jobs. Like I said, I recruit. And I wake up every day with candidates of mine calling me to say, oh, and Bunmi is gone, is gone. My boss just called me. You know, there's so many companies that are not announcing, just like the way Access Bank did like 2 weeks ago, and it became an issue in Nigeria. There are lots of companies that have, you know, right size, like we always say in HR, we don't downsize. We right size, you know, give the right size to the business at that time. So having said that, we all know, and it has affected every sector. So let me first go with the best, you know, the worst 4 sectors that it has been hit. Okay. We have oil and gas. We all know what happened to oil and gas. Oil and gas, you know, it just went crazy. I don't want to go into the details. So for people who work within that sector, you know, it's coming. The second one is what? The travel space. Unfortunately for anyone in that travel, you know, hospitality industry is going to be on for the next, I think, 6 months. Even when they start operations, they cannot have the total number of people in an aircraft. It's going to be like either 1/3 or half of it. So that still speaks to the revenue of the company. You understand? We can't travel. Today, I read the article that Buhari extended by 4 weeks again in Nigeria. Yes. At the end of another 4 weeks, they revisit the issue to know that another 4 weeks, you know, before you know it, it's already October. And then we are asking ourselves, from March to October, is it that my life is going to be on hold? No. We need to survive and adapt. That's my new slogan for COVID-19. Survive and adapt. Survive and adapt. Yes. We need to snap out of that, you know, it's a pandemic, or, you know, that first fear that came in. It has come to stay. Yeah. Imagine if it stays for 2 years. Is this the fear that is going to envelop me for 2 years? No. So, having said that, I want to talk about the good news. Emerging industries. Industries that are going to see the next boom. So if I were a job seeker, I'll be looking out for those industries, those sectors of the economy that would experience boom. The first one, of course, we know is telecom. I have been buying internet in the last 6 weeks. Tell me about it in your house. Tell me how the internet has, you know, for me in my house, I said the host on my internet bandwidth. You know, it's just sucking it every day, different applications. My children do Zoom every morning. They are in school 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Zoom. I am on Zoom myself. I do training. So you can imagine how much of, you know, I had to go and upgrade from just the normal pay as you go to corporate bandwidth. I call Glow customer care to say, this is my predicament. I can't be buying 10K every week. It's annoying. You understand? So for anyone who is looking to start a business, look at how you can help to resell those bandwidth. Sit down and come up with innovative ideas for those big telcos. You can be a reseller. You understand? This is the time where we need to sit down and put on our thinking cap now. No more fear. COVID is with us. It will soon be treated like just the way we treat malaria. Because with the numbers we're seeing from NCDC, it's like, did we start this COVID-19? Did Africa start it? You understand? So the second one is medical supplies.
Okay.
Medical supplies. We've all seen how buying of masks has come to stay in our world. Mask, you know, every day you need to go out, you must put on your mask.
Yes.
Ventilators, the AMSA suits, gloves. So if you're thinking of medical supplies, you're thinking of starting a business, or you want to work for an organization, think of those companies that sell medical equipment. Food supplies. Food. I don't think there's anyone who has not bought more than you used to buy in this COVID. And we have also consumed more than we used to consume. True.
The way the children are eating now.
So go and learn how to resell. They are bored. They are really bored, Bayo. That's the issue. They are bored. So sanitation business is also going to experience boom. Many companies will start to ask for fumigation every week now. Because you need to sanitize every week. Your building, almost every week, that will start to come up. Just like the way we clean our floors in the offices every day.
Yeah, yeah.
So if people are looking at sanitation as a business, yes. Yes. So what about logistics? Go and learn to automate the logistics business. I know some people have started doing it, but you're still going to experience more. Because I want to avoid going to some places. I can send a logistics guy there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You pay heavily for it. Yes. So those are the industries, you know, experiencing boom for now. For now. Another one coming up now is going to be education. Education has seen that with the children being at home, they are now putting on their thinking cap, and that's why they're sending us mails to say, oh, there is Zoom online session for children now. True or false?
Very true.
So I'm also calling on teachers. For those who have friends that are teachers, I'm also calling on teachers. I saw like 4 posts on LinkedIn looking for experienced teachers who can lecture over Zoom. So I looked at, you know, all the teachers around me. Are they that digital literate that they can take their teaching skills online? There are only few schools doing what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You understand? Digital literacy is, you know, when I start to talk about skills for the future, then everybody would understand where I'm going to. So without the tech, and the last part is media. Media is number one. If there's any sector of the economy that has been positively impacted with COVID, is media. Everybody is on consuming one information or the other through media.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess what? There are new jobs that have come up. Video editing, you know, automating a studio at home. Okay. You know, editing pictures. I saw a picture yesterday. Somebody was selling snail with, you know, Yoruba fried pepper. The picture was so, I just put my hand and bring out the snail and start to eat it. I said, no, this is editing. For the next 1 hour, I kept thinking of that stew. Shouldn't I just make an order? You understand me? So media is number one. In fact, almost 40%. This is from Lagos Business School. I got it from them. So media is number one. So what does that say? There are many new jobs that will come bigger. You and I have started something now, Bayo. We like it or not, we're making use of the media.
Very true.
How many people are coming to the media? Yes. You know, we used to do the Facebook Live when we realized that there was a limitation on Facebook, 5,000 followers. Now we are here on Instagram because guess what? It gives us more leverage.
Yes.
So you're constantly, you know, yes. So those are the good, you know, opportunities that have come with COVID. I want people to start to think of that. Having said that, with those new opportunities, there are new skills to be learned.
That was
I made mention of something yesterday. What?
I said that was where I was coming to, that with new opportunities will come new skills. Which new skills do you think employees should actually be looking at? Do they need to reskill? Do they need to upskill? Which areas can they be looking at? Because time is not actually on anybody's side.
Yes. Okay. So, like I said, we're talking about aligning with the future.
Yeah.
Some jobs died with COVID, like I said. They will not be resurrected again, maybe years to come. Maybe somebody would upgrade them or refine them. But it might not be the same kind of jobs we used to do before COVID happened.
Okay.
So we have new jobs. Like I said, I recruit. And I'm seeing new jobs, machine learning, data science, Power BI. You know, there was a month I was looking for someone who was so proficient in Microsoft Excel. It was difficult. Proficient, I'm not saying beginner level, drawing rows and columns. You understand me? I have some new set of accountants. If you know how to use Excel, they can gladly migrate into being a data analyst. Because Excel is the first tool you will make use of for the future. How do you present the data? You understand me? If you are proficient in Excel, you can migrate there. I have jobs like machine learning, video editing, digital marketing has come to, you know, it's like my number one every day. Looking for people who understand how to push market, storytelling, copyright. Which one again? Funnel. There's something about funnel. Sales using the funnel. How you sell online. There's so many of them. Microsoft Power BI. Thank you. But we're moving to the era where they're trying to use robots to take over our jobs. So what would happen? We need to be able to manage those robots. We must be able to program them to give out the output. Sales funnel, thank you. So what are we really doing? There are new jobs coming up now. We have so many SMEs who are trying to push their products online. Can you own, their social media handle? Can you run it? When they just, the owner of the company gives you the strategy, you come up with the concept. So this is not the time for us to still be in that our pandemic fear mode. This is the time where we open our eyes to the opportunities. I have a friend who is cashing on every week. I'm following her up and I'm updating everything of mine again. She's pushing products that are not more than 3,000, 2,000. Imagine 100 people buying into what you sell. 2,000, even when you're sleeping, a lot is coming in. So this is the time for us to act.
Wow.
So for those who are ready to pick up new skills, you remember I gave this instance. Our parents also woke up 35 years ago. They were informed that they were going to introduce computers.
Yeah.
So many of them lost their jobs. I recall that incident. So we are back there now. So people too are losing their jobs because they're still using old skills that cannot be taken into the future. So guess what? The future happened to all of us 8 weeks ago. Some people don't even know they're in the future now. They're still holding on the old life. They want to take it on into the future. It will not work. Most jobs are being outsourced now because most of the resources they have is, the last time they recruited those people were like 5-6 years. Those skills have gone extinct. So that's why organizations will quickly go to companies like myself to say, can you give me 5 software developers? You understand?
Yeah.
So what would become of you? What new skill do you want to, guess what? My husband works in a sector that is also heat. It's construction. You understand? We spoke about it extensively. He's learning new skills today. Nobody is sitting down. You understand me?
Yeah.
I have 3 hours with my son every day. We are learning how to use Canva so that we can design lots of flyers that you see online on different companies' pages. Different organizations will start to call you once they know that, oh, you can come up with concepts. So what are you doing with that bandwidth of yours on your phone? Please leave Twitter a bit. Draggers. They can drag everybody on Twitter, but they can't drag their own career.
Wow. Okay.
So guess what? It's time to invest in yourself. Anytime I want to sleep, I use Twitter to sleep. I unwind with Twitter. I never take anything they say seriously. But you know what I've taken from Twitter? Bunch of creativity, innovation at its best. The way they put a caption, it's always so lovely that when you read it, you have to laugh. Why? Because that picture depicts the entire thing they're trying to portray. So imagine if that same energy is channeled a digital marketer, engage the public, help me to sell my company products, definitely that person will do well.
Very true.
So it's the time for us to be open-minded. Security, cyber security, digital literacy is #1 now. I've had interviews in this pandemic and we've done it over Zoom. Guess what? I had a candidate who had never used Zoom before. I was trying to figure out Zoom at the interview stage and was fidgeting. I cannot see the video. I don't know where the audio button is in the interview.
Wow.
So guess what? That person was supposed to be a work from home employee. Just failed the interview with that.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So digital literacy is everybody needs to go and upgrade. I'm trying to come up with a short course for people to upgrade on digital literacy. What does it mean? Many people just here work from home. How do you bring in your own internet? How buy your own, your own fuel to power your generator, to connect to your own internet and to work? You are your own IT person at home. You are your own professional at home in every aspect. So cyber security, anything that has to do with online now, go and look for the course. So it's not when I call you for an interview. When you saw the invite, you did not even try to say, let me go and download the app. What does Zoom mean? It was at the interview, she was saying, hey, video, audio, we were just looking at her. By the time she was done, the HR just asked her how much she was earning. There was no need for interview. She's supposed to be working from home. So meaning you are supposed to continue with skills with working from home. Obviously, you don't have it. Many people need to learn how to do many things now. You do it yourself.
I want to pause you a bit because you made mention of something that I believe you should emphasize a little bit more as an HR specialist, as somebody who is involved in recruitment, outsourcing, you do headhunting and all that. Now, on Twitter, a few weeks ago, there was a guy who put out something, and I think you and I discussed it. I saw it, and he said he had a first class. He had a first class in agriculture. He graduated about 3 years ago. He has finished his NYSC, but he has not been employed since then. And then he put out a note on Twitter. He put out a tweet and said, alluded to the fact that he wants to commit suicide. So I went on that particular tweet and I decided to go through his timeline. I checked his timeline, and what I saw, got me thinking, got me scared. I saw the guy was tweeting porn, was just tweeting nonsense all over his timeline. So the first thing I did was to send him a message, and I said, well, it's good you had the first degree, the first class in agriculture, but if I were to run a background check on you, I cannot hire you. I cannot hire you. You need to clean up your social media first. And you spoke about the people who are very savage on Twitter, especially, who can actually use their skills and their savagery in quotes to help, reposition, the digital space, maybe for companies and for industries. Now, what would your advice be, especially for a lot of young people who are actually watching us, how they use social media?
Okay. Thank you, Bayo. This is actually giving out one of the things that we do. I see so many feedbacks from candidates saying, oh, they never call us. They already know the people they want to employ. Every day now, you need to be careful of what you post online. Your CV, your extended CV is your social media handle. You can disagree with anyone without insulting. You understand? If you like, it's not compulsory you like what the head of state or the president is doing, but you can actually identify the areas he's not doing well, but not his person. You would also not like if your father is attacked, being called stupid or mad. So what does that say to the MD of the new company that wants to hire you? Invariably, you can wake up one day to tell him he's stupid. You lack manners. You have to be extremely careful. We once had a lady, fantastic lady. She had a 2-1. In fact, from a UK university. She scaled through everything. Her social media handle, gave her away. What did she write? I saw something like, I can't even remember, it's like 5 years ago. Something about blowjob. We all know what that is. No other job is better than that.
Wow.
You know how yes, as bad as. But guess what? 5 years after, she had picked up with life. She had good grades. She was an achiever. Her past kept haunting her. So what we say is you go back, you need to go and delete some of those things that you have. The internet never forgets. We all know. We all need to be careful. Be very careful. I think it was Dr. Tools. We all know who Tools is. She said she was fired up for an interview, that she knows that she was going to get the job. By the time she got there, she had dragged one of the guys, one of the HR people, she had dragged the person down on Twitter. Like 2 years before. So they were not asking her the question, that drag. There and there, she said, she started fidgeting. She didn't know what to say any longer. So what does that really say? Be very careful what you post out there. Social media is free. Anything that is free, exercise caution with it. You understand?
Yeah.
People write all sorts of stories. I think somebody had body shamed Adele. It was her birthday 2 days ago. I won't call his name. He's one of the celebrities in Nigeria. He had body shamed her, I think, like 5 or 7 years ago. Said she was so fat, he can't deal with fat people. Guess what? Adele has lost weight. She showed up on a new picture, and then he started to say, oh, she's looking all so beautiful. Oh, and people took him back to when he was body shaming that same person. So we need to be careful what you post out there. Yes. Also be careful who you follow, what you consume. So I said I was going to give practical steps on how you can get started. I don't want to forget, because I'm looking at the time now.
Go ahead.
And I know Bayo and I can have this discussion next 2 hours.
Go ahead. So how do you get started? Please go ahead.
Guess what? COVID has happened. The first thing I need you to do is evaluate yourself. This is a time you tell yourself the truth. My sector, how has it been impacted from the COVID? Is it positive or negative? If it is negative, then that means most likely my job, is in trouble. Could be in trouble anyway. Are there things I need to learn about myself? Are there things I need to add to myself to take me to the next level? What are the opportunities for me? So this is where we do the SWOT analysis. You understand?
Yeah.
The strength, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threats. We all know. Sit down and ask yourself. If you don't do it, then you don't know where you're going to. Everywhere will become a destination to you. Evaluate yourself is the first thing. Only when you tell yourself the truth, then you know where you can move to. The second one is, I need you to be a long life learner. This is not the time, oh, I had a 2-1 in the university and I have an excellent master's. Hello, people. My son is a 14-year-old boy. By the time he finished his GSS3, we introduced him to programming. His father was downloading one app for him yesterday. He said, I can do animation. I want another application for animation to improve. He's just 14 years old. He has not even finished SSCE. So if you are still sleeping under your BSc or your master's degree, it will not take you to the future any longer. That is not enough. Please, it's not enough. I'm not saying it's not needed, but it's not enough now. Please build your network. Number 3, build your network. So guess what, people? Audit your network. If your committee of friends are the ones that the only thing they hear is how Nigeria is bad, please start to change them. That is negative news you are consuming every day. Start to hear for this kind of seminars that talk about the positives. Because psychologically, you consume bad information, everything is bad, but guess what? It's not going to pay your bills.
Yeah.
I live in the positive life. I've stopped taking NCDC league table every night. I can't give myself BP. You understand? Which is what it is to stay with us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Oh, build your network. Somebody told me, and I believe it solely, your network determines your net worth. Can I repeat that again?
Yes,
your
right.
network determines your net worth. The money I'm making at home today is from the network of people around me. I'm throwing adverts here and there. They are subscribing to my products. It's because of the people around me. Please, life is in stages. You are going to have friends you are going to get rid of. It's not arrogance and it's not pride. Because where you want to get to, you also have to chase people to bring you up to that level. So there will be times that you are the least of the table in your league. Because you want to go, you want to know why that person is making it. This is not the time for bad belly. Don't mind her. She knows how to speak English. No. How is that English crediting her account? Please let me go and learn the English. Be a problem solver. For those who still have their jobs, please, no entitlement mentality. Let it go with COVID. Let it go with COVID. They are not paying bonus. They did not even pay us internet at home. Maybe it's because they're still a company.
True.
And they are still paying you salary. That's why you are still making money.
Yeah.
If they tell you to go home, stay at home and be having your entitlement mentality. Let's see if that translates to pot of soup for you. You understand? Please join professional time where you need to go and update your LinkedIn profile. I see so many people, when you get their CV, if you do a background check on their LinkedIn, they are far away from the person's CV. You are wondering, this is Bunmi Teru. If you check out on LinkedIn, does it really depict who Bunmi Teru is? Go and find time. Your CV, I always stress it for people. You are looking for a job. Please stop sending us dead on arrival CV.
Dead on arrival.
CV that lacks content, not arrival. You are your village people, oh. Your village people don't even have your time. Everybody is facing COVID now, so nobody is seeing anybody. Unfortunately,
village people.
But they don't know. Sit down. Go and get, if you need to help. Bayo knows I do that for a living. I have a program I'm coming up now. I only need 100 people to be part of it. Bayo, permit me for 1 minute.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Only 100 people. I want to focus on the 100 and help them get a job. If that's the only thing I'll do this year, I can say yes. I have people from COVID. During the COVID era, you know, we put food on table for 100 families. That is enough for me.
Bunmi, let me pause.
We are going to have practical approach.
If this finishes, because I don't think we can do this in 1 hour. If we run out of time, we will go to your own page. All right, we'll go to your own Instagram.
Okay, then
we will continue there. Now,
okay.
Instagram and
no problem.
Bunmi Teru. Bunmi Teru. That's our Instagram handle at Bunmi Teru. So if this finishes, we have about 10 minutes because we can't take everything now. We'll go to your own page and then we'll do another 1 hour there. So continue.
Okay, no problem. So you understand, I was trying to rush it because I was looking at the time too. So now that you have a better plan, I would join on my own handle. Please be a problem solver. This is a time where you need to start to make research with companies. If you have friends that have small companies, ask them where you can help them out. You don't have a job. You are seated at home. There's still no difference. Meanwhile, you are still burning the little data you have on Twitter, Aproko. If your aproko.com, you know, gives you money in your account, fine. I don't have issues with people like you. But I have people with, you know, issues with people that we are just there. We want to drag. Oh yeah, go and bring on the generator. We want to drag Bayo today. You know, and I see that a lot. You are wasting away. You know what I'm thinking? Ask yourself this question. If this COVID continues, which I can tell you, if it continues till December, either the lockdown or the east lockdown, it's until December, what would become of you? That's the first question I need to ask you. What would become of you? So ask yourself, am I just going to sit down at home? Volunteer to help people out now. When you volunteer, before you know it, somebody will add you to their company because you are adding value. Yeah. Meaning, don't pay me. I'm at home. I'm actually not doing anything. But let me help you. You know, if that company starts to pay for your internet, before you know it, they'll pay for your telephone bill. And before you know, they'll say, well, let me look for one change for you because you're adding value. Look, before now, they give you an employment letter. Nobody has promised anybody.
My wife started her first major job as a volunteer. She actually wrote to that school and said, I would like to volunteer because they didn't have a space. And they took her. She volunteered for about a year. And then after some time, they took her as an assistant teacher. They took her as a class teacher. She learned there for so many years. And now she has her own school. But she started as a volunteer.
Okay, so let me tell you my story. For those who know that I have actually switched career more than 3 times. For those who don't know me, I have switched career 3 times. Extreme careers. It's not just related. You understand? So I learned this HR I'm running as a business today through volunteer work. So guess what? I used to work in a telecoms company where I was only in IT department. I'm a techie. I need to let people know I'm first an engineer. That's why if you see on my Instagram page, I'm a technical recruiter. I'm not the usual HR. I'm for technical jobs. Why? The world is moving with technology. I told you I'm already living in the future. I moved to the future like 3 years ago. You guys. So this COVID is like some people are just joining me in this future. You understand? Yeah. So I was like the youngest in the team at the beginning. Our HR, that was our HR VP, did not understand the difference between, a network engineer, a software engineer, an application engineer. Everything to that person is an engineer. So my boss looked at it to say, we need to fill the entire IT department with people who is going to support this lady to ensure it is done. So, well, it's something new. HR, I've always hated HR people. They know. I'm always on their case. So HR had not been an area that I had loved before, but I've always been a people person. That's the only skill that I know I have. So, and that was how I started. So I've drafted even, first level tests, Cisco, this one, CCNA. We are writing tests here, first level test, second level test, till we fill the entire IT department. So guess what? Because of my love and my commitment, that lady in HR, when they're having some HR trainings or the rest, she'll just call me up. So Bunmi, what are you doing? I'll say, I'm a bit less busy. Sure, now, there's something for you. I know you'll be interested. And that was how I attended most of the things in HR free. When projects were happening, they would ask me, who wants to work with procurement department to automate all solution? An opportunity for me to learn procurement from beginning to end. Who wants to go to HR for the next 6 months to help them to automate all the HR process? I said, this same HR, and that was how I didn't know it was preparing me for this future. The money I have made from HR, I have not made it from the engineering I went to school to read. Can you believe that?
By the way, people need to know that we went to the same school, all right?
Yes.
People need to know that we went to the university.
Yes.
Yes. And you are married to my friend. People need to know that.
So you can imagine, how will I tell my parents that, that your engineering certificate, but do you know how it has come in handy for me today? Most of the jobs that we have are technical. So guess what? My background is coming to play. No knowledge is wasted. For every opportunity that I have, I always take that career to the peak. When I started HR, I started speaking to some, Yemi Fashe, who is one person, I will drag him every day.
Fantastic guy.
He knows. Yemi is going to be part of that program. Maybe when I come back online, I'll talk a bit about the program for the 100 people we want to focus on. If I get 200, well, fine. But 100 really is my target. So I guess we'll soon go off, and then I would use my own profile to join the program again. So like I said, okay, if it takes us off, then we go off. So I actually have learned different things. I moved from being a core technical engineer. I used to climb masts. Can anybody believe? In fact, we were preparing for my wedding, and I was on a mast in Matori. I remember very well. My husband called me. Yes. I will tell you the client site. Yes. And I came down the road, and I called him back, and I gave him the information. We were preparing for my wedding. I knew I was not going to last long there because I wanted to get married. And there's no way I'll be pushing my belly going to site on a mast. So I needed to evolve again. I picked up project management, and that was how I started. I paid for the course myself. You understand me? You need to learn how to evolve. Your job is evolving, but you are still holding on the skills of year 2000. You want to take it to 2020. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You understand?
Yeah.
So, for those who are always thinking, so do you mean my 10 years of work will just go to play? I have evolved. Like now, I have people I met in HR, and when we're talking about HR now, I know of remarkable projects that I have done. Those people cannot even show face. Why? For every opportunity you have, ensure you understand that job, not on the surface level. Go in depth. That's where the opportunity is. Please, people, learn to invest in yourself. I remember when I was supposed to pay for my project management course in 2007. That was when the banks were booming. They said we should buy shares. You know, Echo Bank will come. They will give us 1 million. I said, buy shares back into Echo Bank. Oceanic Bank was in front of my office. They came in and they said they were going to give me 1.5 million to buy shares in Oceanic Bank. I mean, why am I buying shares in a company that I don't know of? Why can't I buy shares in myself? So instead, I told the bank to give me 250,000 naira. They said, what for? I said, I want to buy shares in Bunmi Teru. So everybody listen today. You are going to learn to buy shares in yourself.
Wow. Fantastic.
So I bought shares myself. I paid for my exam. I failed the exam the first time. I cried like, you know, who has been following me on Facebook? I've written that failure story before. We're not here coming, everything was fine. It was difficult. I failed. I cried like I wanted to die. It was my money. You don't understand. It was 40 days Naira credit. Every 40 days, my heart will skip. Hey, a new course, a new career. Who sent you? And my son was just a toddler, but I took the risk. I paid for the exam again. And I took it on and I passed. Guess what? The telecom company was waiting for me.
Wow.
You understand? 250,000. I have made over, I can't even count how much I've made because I've been a trainer 1 month after I passed the exam and people have been paying me. If you need to book, take you project management training in your company, we're talking about nothing less than 500,000 for just 5 days. So you understand, there's so many skills you need to learn on your own. I had many side hustles, even when I was in paid employment. My side hustle is my main hustle now.
Wow.
What are you doing with your job?
Is your
What
main
are you doing? It's my main hustle now. In the last 4 years, no company has paid me salary. I've been paying myself. Can you pay yourself? With the years of work that you've done, every year I would write a professional exam, learning something new. It was a long journey to join CIPM Nigeria. I had many of my old colleagues. They told me, Bunmi, man, that's dead end. I said, don't worry, I'll start. And I kept pushing. And I pushed and pushed. The requirements, I was giving it to them. They gave me waivers.
We're going to be off in less than 2 minutes. For those who are just joining, we will continue this conversation on our own Instagram handle at Bunmi Teru. We'll continue this conversation if this goes off, okay? At Bunmi Teru. That's where we'll continue the conversation. Bunmi, continue till it goes off.
Okay. So let's just wait for, is it going to go off like a minute now?
Okay, just about a minute, exactly a minute now. It will go off in about a minute.
Maybe we should just write.
Okay, let me just type out again. Join us at Bunmi Teru, where we're going to continue this conversation. Conversation continues on at Bunmi Teru. So we're going to have another hour. This is so interesting. We can't just stop it.
Okay, so let's just go off bio and let's reconnect.
Okay, that's fine. We'll join you right away. Okay. So the conversation is going to continue on at Bunmi Teru. You need to follow her so that you can also be part of the conversation. Okay, it's been very interesting this evening. We're talking about employability, what's next after COVID-19.